The story of Merlin, the Excalibur, and King Arthur.
Long before Merlin became famous, strange events were already shaping his life. The story begins with demons who were angry at the growing number of Christians in the world. They wanted to create chaos and plotted to bring a child into the world who could serve their evil plans. This child, they decided, would have no human father, making him unique and powerful. They chose a kind and pure young woman for their plan, a maiden who always confessed her sins to a holy man named Blaze. The demons were clever and tried to use their dark powers, but Blaze discovered their plan. When the maiden told Blaze about strange dreams and feelings, he realized something supernatural was happening. Acting quickly, Blaze helped protect the girl by locking her in a tower where she gave birth to a boy. Blaze immediately baptized the child, naming him Merlin. This holy act stopped the demon's influence over him. Instead of being evil, Merlin was blessed with great wisdom and magical abilities. From the very start, Merlin was no ordinary child. Because of his strange birth, he had powers that no one else could explain. He could see the future, speak with wisdom far beyond his years, and use magic to influence the world around him. People soon began to notice that this boy, born under such strange circumstances, was destined for something extraordinary.
Merlin became famous when he solved a strange problem that troubled King Vortigern. The king was trying to build a tower in Salisbury, but every night the walls fell down. When the king's advisors couldn't explain why, they blamed Merlin and said his blood was needed to fix it. But when Merlin arrived, he confidently said the walls were falling because two dragons, one white and one red, were fighting underground. The king's men dug under the tower and discovered two big, powerful dragons. Everyone watched as the dragons fought fiercely, breathing fire and attacking each other. In the end, the white dragon won by defeating the red dragon. Merlin explained that this fight was a sign of Britain's future. The red dragon stood for the Britons and the white dragon symbolized the Saxons, who eventually conquered the land. Merlin's prediction soon came true. King Vortigern was defeated by Uther and his brother Pendragon, who led an army against him. After Vortigern's death, Uther became king and took the name Pendragon to honor the story of the dragons.
After King Uther Pendragon died, there was no clear ruler for the kingdom. The nobles, confused about who should be king, turned to the wise wizard Merlin for help. Merlin came up with a test to find the true king. A magical sword, the Excalibur, was placed in an anvil on top of a stone in a churchyard in London. On the sword was written, "Whoever pulls this sword from the stone and anvil is the true king of England." On Christmas Day, knights from all over the land tried to pull the sword from the stone, but none could do it. The sword stayed stuck, and the kingdom remained without a leader. Years later, a nobleman named Sir Ector came to London with his son, Sir Kay, and his foster son, Arthur. Sir Kay was going to compete in a tournament, but realized he had forgotten his sword. He asked Arthur to fetch it for him. While looking for a sword, Arthur saw the magical sword in the churchyard. Without thinking much, he grabbed the hilt and pulled it out easily.
Arthur had no idea he was destined to be king, but with Merlin's guidance, he accepted his fate. Holding the magical sword, Excalibur, Arthur became the leader who would bring peace and greatness to the land, starting the legendary age of Camelot.
And that is the end of this story.